Good morning. I am your host, Jennifer Purcell. Living with a Visible Learning Challenge is the name of this podcast. And today we will discuss the challenges and triumphs of those who are neurodivergent living in a neurotypical world that was built for neurotypicals, not neurodivergence. And I hope that this podcast will not only open up your eyes to the challenges that neurodivergents have, but also the ones that maybe neurotypicals have that we can share with you, even if you're not neurodivergent. And also, I have interviews on here with neurodivergent advocates and also with neurotypicals that work with neurodivergence to see how we can interact with each other and how we can embrace our differences and similarities and try to understand each other and come to common grounds and be able to, just kind of help each other live a more harmonious and easier life. All right, good morning. So today's episode will be talents from neurodivergence, strengths, creativity, and resilience. Um, I know it's been a while since I've done an episode, so I really wanted to do one today. I've been dealing with some personal things, so that's why it took a while. Anyways, well, as always, you can support this podcast through Patreon by buying audio clips from there or the transcriptions or both. And you can also support the podcast through Etsy and, of course, by watching it. That's support as well. Thank you. So, and I have a new setup. So I'm using my laptop, which has the webcam, and I'm using a monitor, which does not have a webcam. So if you see me looking over this way, that's because I'm reading what's on the monitor. So just letting you know about that. Okay. Um, Neurodivergent brains are often framed in terms of deficits or challenges, but what about the talents? For those of us with ADHD, NLD, or other neurodivergent traits, the world isn't just harder, it's different. And that difference, there is remarkable, and in that difference, there is remarkable potential for creativity, insight, and resilience. For me personally, that manifests in specific ways. I have a knack for tech tutoring. I can memorize song lyrics with ease, remember people's names and birthdays, and have an audio memory that helps me recall conversations or musical patterns almost instantly. These are my superpowers honed by neurodivergent brains. It's not writing musical patterns, it's more lyrics from song and knowing who's singing it and how the song starts and progresses, I guess, with the lyrics. I'm not sure if that's musical patterns because I don't play any instruments. Um, Research confirms this. Neurodivergent individuals often develop innovative problem solving, pattern recognition, and creative thinking as adaptations to a world not built for their brains. From Frontiers in Psychology from 2023. Reframing neurodivergence as a talent. Society often focuses on what neurodivergent people can't do, but these are strengths in disguise. Take tech tutoring, for example. My ability to understand systems quickly, explain them clearly, and troubleshoot problems comes from pattern recognition and detailed oriented thinking, hallmarks of neurodivergent cognition. And when I say tech tutoring, let me expand upon that a little bit. Basically, what I do as a side business, I help people with their tech projects, whether it's making a Spotify playlist or creating a slideshow for their birthday celebration or for um, a memorial that they're doing or something like that. I do that for my full-time job, but I could do that for a side business too. Um, and oh, I've also helped people move information off an old phone onto a new phone. So there's that as well. Um, so similarly, memorizing song lyrics or remembering names and birthdays taps into enhanced audio and associative memory, a talent often unappreciated but invaluable in personal and professional life. A 2023 MDPI social sciences study shows that neurodivergent adults frequently develop creative thinking, pattern recognition, and problem-solving skills through navigating environments not designed for them. These talents aren't random. They're a product of adaptation, observation, and resilience. Um, More on the detail patterns. I can remember the first day I wore contacts for vision correction, and it was like I probably can remember in more detail than I can now, but I can remember that it was a Saturday in May, um, or at least it was the weekend, if not Saturday, probably Friday. And it was I was 13 and I was playing with my best friend at the time. And I was excited to show her that I was wearing contacts instead of glasses. Um, I remember wearing a shirt and my favorite jeans at the time. But I know that might not seem like a lot of detail now, but that's just kind of how my brain works. Another example, I remember looking back at YouTube videos that were for work, and I remember editing the description because we used to have two services on Sundays at work, and we only have one and have had one for quite a while now. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to change it because it might be misleading to people if they're watching from online and they want to come visit in person. They're like, oh, there's two services. And in reality, there's only one. So that was something that I caught too, that I'm not sure if anybody else would have caught. Um, Social and emotional talents. Our brains also develop social and emotional talents, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Remembering people's names and birthdays, for example, allows me to form personal connections that others might overlook. Research in autism research notes that neurodivergent individuals often develop enhanced empathy through observation and reflection, even if interpreting social cues takes more effort. For me, these abilities have helped me create meaningful relationships and guide others, whether it's mentoring someone in tech or remembering details that make people feel seen. My talents are deeply tied to my resilience and inner light. Also with the resilience, I try not to get too caught up in things that I find challenging, like tracking my spending and keeping track of all my finances. Sometimes that's challenging for me. Not really remembering, not the part of remembering to track it. I do that well, but more the remembering of, okay, this is what I have spent, this is what I have coming up. Do I have enough money for what I have coming up and for what I'm about to spend? Um, and that's what I've been trying to work on the past few months. Um, I haven't been doing a very good job of it. I'm going to improve on it, but I've been doing a better job on it the last couple of days and just trying to be like, okay, these are appointments I had. I'm going to have to move them around and w do them when I have the money for it, unfortunately. But that's okay. I mean, some of them are necessary, some of them are not. So they can go later. Um, Other talents are more cognitive or adaptive. My audio memory, for instance, allows me to recall details of conversations, lectures, or music almost instantly. This strengthens learning, problem solving, and teaching abilities. Similarly, my experience with tech tutoring relies on patience, logic, and remembering multiple steps. Skills strengthened through the challenges of navigating a neurodivergent brain. Research on sensory and cognition adaptations, including those linked to migraines or ADHD, show that developing personal coping strategies strengthens executive function, attention to detail, and resilience. So every talent I've developed, whether audio memory, tech skills, or social recall, is a product of both challenge and adaptation. This is where our ever-changing butterfly and inner light concepts come alive. Talents are fluid. They grow and evolve as we face challenges, learn, and reflect. Some days my memory or tech tech tutoring skills shine effortlessly. Other days, migraines, sensory overload, or stress slow me down, but even those moments teach adaptation and patience. Research supports that embracing neurodivergent strengths rather than hiding differences enhances resilience, creativity, and overall well-being. Each talent, from memorizing lyrics to mentoring others, is a wing of my inner light. As we close, here's the takeaway. Your neurodivergence comes with tangible talents worth noticing, nurturing, and celebrating. Identify one talent you developed because of how your brain works. Reflect on how it has helped you navigate challenges or connect with others. Share it with the world. These are your wings. For me, tech tutoring, audio memory, remembering names and birthdays, and memorizing song lyrics aren't just quirks. They're evidence of adaptation, resilience, and the inner light that guides me. Research shows that recognizing and cultivating these talents enhances self-esteem, life satisfaction, and emotional well-being. I'm Jennifer Purcell, and this is Living with Invisible Learning Challenge. Is keep noticing your talents, keep growing your wings, and let your inner light shine. And I'll provide the articles too that I referenced in the podcast description. Talk to you guys next week, but not on the 14th because I will be out of town. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Hopefully, what you can do with these episodes on this podcast, Living with Invisible Learning Challenge, I would like to challenge you to journal about the episodes and just see what you learn from them. Or you can share about the episodes with your friends and family and see what they can learn from them. And as always, I will post the links to the articles that I use in the description of the podcast. And please let me know if you know somebody who you think would want to be interviewed on this podcast, or if you yourself would want to be interviewed. Please email me. I have my email on my website, and I also have it pretty much pretty accessible on Facebook and Instagram through messaging as well. So you can get in contact with me in those ways.